Jody, good morning. Wow, this is a nice surprise. I thought you were at the TV studio taping your children's show.
Yeah, I've already taped it. I had an early call this morning, something about a schedule.
Well, great. Come on in.
Thanks.
Would you like some coffee? I can call out.
No, thank you. I've had more than enough coffee for one morning.
Well, then, shall we get down to work then?
No. That's why I stopped by, Chad. I'd like to postpone the sittings for a little while.
Postpone them? Why?
Well, because we're going to be getting really busy at the studio. I'm sure you have a lot of other projects to work on in the meantime.
Does this have anything to do with Gavin's absence?
Yes, it does. Chad, I'd like to wait until he comes home. I just think it's a nicer way of doing things.
Well, we might as well be honest, right?
I heard it's the best policy.
Look, I know Gavin's not enthusiastic about my doing your portrait. I'm sure he thinks it's just a plot to win you away from him. That's it, isn't it?
Perhaps he thinks that. I really don't know.
Well, he's right, you know.
Well, at least you don't deny it.
Why should I? It's the truth. And besides, you'd know I was being devious if I did try to deny it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think I would.
But there's one thing you may not have considered, Jody, the feelings of the Endicotts.
No, I thought about them, and I just...
Well, they might be offended. And there's one other thing, although I hate to mention it, something important to my career.
What is it?
Well, this is my first major painting commission, not to mention my first major fee. Dwight Endicott has some influence in the art world, and if I do a good job, I mean, it would be a terrific boost to my career. Now, I know you wouldn't want to be an obstacle to that, would you?
You really know how to get what you want, don't you? All right, who could say no to such a persuasive argument?
I'm glad you see things my way. Now, how about putting some time in on the portrait, since you're here anyway?
Oh, well, all right, except I can't stay very long, okay? I have an appointment at 6.
Well, it won't take me but a minute to set up, all right?
Sure.
It's you again. I thought I had seen the last of you. Please, you go now. There is nothing I can do.
Don't look so frightened, Mr. Keyes. I'm not asking for very much this morning.
What do you want from me, my son? You bring trouble to old revolutionary like me. I told you my fighting days are over. All I do now is sell my books and dream of the old days.
It's all right, Mr. Keyes. Dream about the past. You don't have to worry about getting involved in any fighting, I promise. All we need is your shop. Okay?
Yes, Ellen, you can send Tyler in now.
Hey, Chief.
Tyler, your days of goofing off are over.
Is this official?
It's official.
Great. I've kind of missed this hunk of gold.
Well, do me a favor. See if you can stay out of trouble. At least see if you can get through the first day, all right?
Now, this trouble with Eddie Lorimer hasn't been my fault.
Yeah, I know. But just something about you seems to invite trouble.
I guess it's just my natural innocence.
Yeah, well, you sure lucked out this time. If it hadn't been for that anonymous phone call, you might be on the hook indefinitely.
By the way, I know who made that phone call.
Yeah? Who?
It was Poppy Johnson, Eddie Lorimer's secretary. She paid for that call with a lot more than a dime, too.
What do you mean? What happened?
I mean, somebody beat the heck out of her.
Lorimer worked her over?
Well, it was either Eddie Lorimer or one of his henchmen. I suppose that's more likely. Eddie doesn't like to soil his fingers if he doesn't have to.
I'd like to see that guy have his face soiled. Look, I'm sorry she got hurt for her trouble. But, you know, maybe this could be an opportunity for us. If you talk to her, maybe you can get her to come forward with the truth. Maybe we can finally nail Lorimer to the wall.
I already tried that, Chief. I just can't get her to blow the whistle.
Why not?
Well, obviously, she's frightened for her life.
Well, talk to her. You can promise her police protection.
Well, I'll try it. Poppy's kind of a stubborn lady.
Well, keep after her. I want to see Lorimer get what he deserves.
So do I, Chief. Believe me, so do I.
Yeah.
Eddie, I gotta talk to you.
Come on in, sit down.
I don't want to sit. I'm too nervous. And I'm mad, too.
Well, that's too damn bad. Sit down, I said. Take your finger out of your mouth and tell me what's bothering you, as if I didn't already know.
I'm upset over what's happening to me, that's all. How come I had to drop my lawyer? I'm the one who's in trouble. It's me who took all the chances. I gotta have help, and all of a sudden you're telling me that-
Hey, you're the one who messed up, you remember? The reason you messed up is because you're a bum mechanic. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hurt your feelings or nothing, Vince, but you are mentally bankrupt.
That's why I needed a smart lawyer.
All right, stop whining, will you? I got a boss, too. I do what I'm told, you do what you're told. The boss says the woman lawyer goes. Women lawyers. What the hell is this world coming to? We got women judges. We got women cops. What are we going to have next? Women racketeers running around with pink machine guns, giving beatings, breaking legs?
It don't make no difference to me that she's a lady. She could have got me off.
Hey, they had you nailed on 6 counts of robbery.
She still could have got me off. She said all I had to do was make a deal with immunity. She said this art gallery...
What was that? What did you just say?
She thought I could make a deal.
Make a deal? Let me tell you something, Wimpy. You shoot your mouth off, you're gonna wind up sleeping with the fishes. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Eddie. You know me. I wouldn't do nothing like that, I swear. What do you take me for, anyway?
What do I take you for? I take you for a nice kid who's not playing with a full deck. That's what I take you.
Hello, Eddie.
Hi, Joe. Go ahead, get the hell out of here. Take a walk. Go, take a walk.
Came for the package for Mr. Endicott.
Take it slow, Joe.
You too, Eddie.
Oh, boy, it's getting yellow. Oh, I wish I had a dress that color. Hello?
Hello, sweetheart. You know who this is?
Yes, I know your voice.
How are you, my dear?
Oh, hey, I feel terrific. Never better, really.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Poppy, I'd like to see you. Now, if we could arrange it.
No. No, please. I got in enough trouble over our last meeting. Now, I'll watch that office like I'm supposed to. But that's all.
Oh, come now. I don't really see why you...
Oh, excuse me, Daddy.
Yes, I'm still looking, Mr. Harrington. I'm sure I'll find just the right thing. We'll be in touch. Good day, sir. Yes, Grace.
There's a police officer on his way over here.
You know what he wants?
Of course, he wants to talk about the robbery.
Well, well. We've never had so much attention from the police department before in our entire lives. Now it seems they're here every day. This has got to stop.
Having lunch with the district attorney and the chief of police.
Some girls get all the breaks. Would you like a drink?
Ah, yes, thanks. Club soda, please.
I'll just have a beer. A Bloody Mary for me. Right away, sir. Thank you. A normal day, Derek?
Yeah? Oh, one thing. We've got Tyler back today.
Oh, yes, that's wonderful. Mike told me the news.
It's been quite a relief for both of us. But other than the pleasure of being able to hand his badge back to him, this stay has just brought me one new crisis after another. But don't let me start grumbling, because once I start, I'll Never stop it. I'm not in a very good mood, but I suppose that's normal for me, too.
Derek, don't be impatient with yourself. You have good reason to feel the way you do.
Yeah, but sometimes I think I'll never be in a good mood again. So don't mind me if I keep tossing out a little self-pity.
I really don't think that Jinx would want you to feel that way.
Nancy is right, Derek.
Of course, Nancy's right. I know that. I tell myself that every day, too, but I don't seem to listen to myself. I don't know, maybe this is just a phase I'm going through, but there's something bad happening inside of me. And I don't know if I've got the strength or the desire to fight it.
What do you mean?
I mean that every day I have to stare into the faces of the dregs of the earth, the criminals, the crooks, the murderers. All my professional life, and sometimes I can't help thinking, why are they alive and healthy and walking the earth when Jinx isn't? And it just... Well, it makes me angrier than ever before, and God knows I've never had too much patience for these types as is, but it just kills me to think sometimes that they're breathing the air and she isn't.
That isn't going to last forever, Derek. Here we are. Let's see. Club soda.
Thank you.
Excuse me. And a beer.
Thank you.
A Bloody Mary. Thank you. You're very welcome, sir.
So, if you don't mind, let's change the subject.
No, as a matter of fact, there's been a new development in the case of the interesting Mr. Jefferson Brown.
So you believe that story about the imposter Raven married, huh?
Yes, we do. And we think we have some proof from what Valerie Bryson told us.
It has to be confirmed, of course. But Valerie told us Jefferson Brown had a scar on his back, a scar with a distinctive shape. Now, if he did work for the State Department, there would be a notation in their medical records about that. And that would be verification that the man buried here under the name of Schuyler Whitney was really Jefferson Brown.
And the man pretending to be Schuyler Whitney running around Monticello is telling the truth.
Could be the proof we need.
Well, you know you can count on me to help any way I can.
Good. Then we can wrap up this case once and for all.
Wait a sec. If this new evidence verifies who the real Schuyler Whitney is, what's going to happen to Raven?
Well, she can't keep what isn't hers, so she'll lose it. Sad but true, she loses it all.
You remember Detective Stoner?
Yes, of course.
Mr. Endicott.
Won't you sit down?
No, thank you. That won't be necessary. I won't be here that long. I only came by because there are one or two facts regarding the suspect who burglarized your gallery, which have given the police cause for some curiosity, shall we say. Yes, we find it peculiar that Vince Green should suddenly burglarize an art gallery as opposed to his customary small apartment.
Mr. Stoner, there's no way that I can help you since I haven't the vaguest notion what might go on in the mind of a common little thief. Whatever the changes in his habits, they are incomprehensible to me. Nor is it something of even passing interest.
Have you thought by any chance of asking him?
Yes, of course I have. His answers have been, shall we say, unsatisfactory.
Ah, so you came to us.
Yes.
Obviously, you are suggesting that there was some sort of fraud, that we engaged a professional thief to rob the gallery so that we could collect the insurance?
Well, if you don't mind putting diplomacy aside for a moment, that theory had been suggested.
By his enterprising ex-attorney.
You're aware that Vince fired Miss Bannister?
You're fishing in the wrong waters, Mr. Stoner. The charge is absurd, and it will give me great pleasure to prove it to you. The insurance claim.
I see.
Yes, as you can see, we asked only for the cost of the frames we supplied to the artists whose works were stolen. It's a matter amounting to a few $100s, already settled by the insurance company. Do you honestly believe that you can go into a court of law and say the Endicotts arranged an insurance swindle for less than $1,000? I think they might find that amusing.
Yes, well, it seems our theory is incorrect. Sorry if I've disturbed you, and thank you for your time.
No, no, no. Thank you for the distraction. Good day.
There you are, sir, from Mr. Lorimer.
Thank you, Joseph. You were away a long time, weren't you?
Sorry, Mr. Endicott. I had an errand to perform.
Well, hello there, big boy. What can I do for you?
I just came by to see how you are.
I'm getting better, honest. Not to worry, okay? But, thanks for coming by.
Look, do you mind if I come in just for a few seconds? Thanks. Look, Poppy, I hate to do this to you again, but I'm going to ask you one more time.
Oh, no.
Poppy, please. I want you to testify against Eddie Lorimer.
Give me a break, will you? Let up on that subject.
Look, Poppy, I've been authorized by my department to offer you police protection. Now, I'll tell you what, now that I've got my badge back, I will offer you very personal police protection.
You went to a lot of trouble for me. You're really a sweet guy, you know that?
Well, thanks a lot, but look...
But forget it.
Poppy, I'm not going to forget this.
Sweetheart, try and get this through your head. I deserved what I got. I paid the price. Now, that's the end of it.
You think so? Where in the hell are you going to go after this?
Back to my job. Where else?
Your job? Are you telling me you're going to go back to work for that creep?
Why shouldn't I? Look, Damian, I've got to pay rent. I've got to buy food, clothes. I mean, hey, there's a lot of things I want. Anyway, I probably earn more than you do, my dear, with your gold badge and all.
Maybe so. I just can't believe that you're going to continue to put up with that kind of abuse. I want you to tell me you're not going to go back to that job.
I'm going back, Damian.
All right. I guess you're just not the kind of woman that I thought maybe you were.
You give Damian an assignment right away?
Oh, yes. We had some unfinished business regarding Eddie Lorimer.
Oh.
Chief Mallory?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, there's a phone call for you, sir.
Oh, for crying. I'm sorry, thank you. Excuse me, obviously I cannot even have lunch without being interrupted. I'll be right back.
His nerves are really close to the surface.
I think it's just part of the shock of Jinx's death. But I'm afraid it may get worse before it gets better for him.
Well, he plunged into work so soon after. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't the right thing to do.
Ah, that was quick. Just something headquarters felt I should know about. Another murder took place.
Oh, who was it?
Now, somebody who worked for Eddie Lorimer, Vincent Green.
Oh? How so?
Oh, the images are more complete. Now I know what was wrong with my preliminary sketches.
You know, the preliminaries look fine to me.
Oh, no, there was something I missed in your face. I think I was just so intrigued by how beautiful you are. I failed to see there was something more than just physical beauty here.
It's in your imagination.
No, really, there's a special, almost mystical light in your eyes.
You are making me sound mysterious, and I'm not.
Well, I disagree. I mean, there's a glow that's reserved for only heroines and martyrs.
Heroines and martyrs? Well, now I know you have the wrong person, because I'm definitely not that. You're hallucinating.
Well, whatever it is, it's beautiful. I hope I can do it justice.
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Mitchell. Now, she is gone, so...
Lock the door, please. And pull the shade.
Who is coming here, Pietro?
A very special guest. You'll see. At 6 o'clock.
Julius?